What's up, guys? Thanks for sticking around. Let's get on with Transistor. All right, I can already see them in their little cages there. Oh, whoa. Okay, so he's upgraded too, just like that guy back in the first district we were at. So, no big deal. Everybody's vulnerable to backstab. Oh, can't get that last one in. That's fine. We'll just do one more. Whoa. And remember, I added bounce to crash, so if you watch there, any enemy in close proximity is going to take damage. Here, I'll use it again. So you can see them both taking damage from it there. It looks like we're getting no backstab on the guy closest to me, but the one over next to him, I believe he's taking backstab damage. All right, let's get that cell. Whoosh. Come and get me. Oh, too late.
They were waiting.
Well, it didn't do him much good. Nice, peaceful music in the midst of all the carnage. Oh, we got Junction Jans.
Not a soul. Hardly recognize this place without the foot traffic.
I mean, I guess that is literally what you would count as a cutscene in this game. The camera tilting up and losing control of the character for 3 seconds while we hear a narrative bit about the story. I like that. I really do. Press RB to flourish. Oh yeah, this thing.
Never seen Gold Walk cleared out.
Another badass animation. Look at how smooth that is. Somebody spent a lot of time on that. Much more time than I ever would dedicate to animating. I'm terrible at it. So let's save. No new functions to add here, so all you're doing is just activating it, and then we'll back out.
Wait, want to check the channel back there?
Sure thing, bud. What is the channel?
Fertile ground. Terminal.
Oh, here we go.
Must be starving.
Junction Jan's is one of the popular restaurants that has, unfortunately, like everything else in this world, gone under.
Sea monsters really the only choice here.
I don't know if I like how that sounds. I would like the mystery, though.
Or that. Just have to get back to your place before it gets cold.
Touché. Whoa! Okay, cool. So we got some new guys here. These are weeds. So, I was kind of talking earlier, the enemies sort of manifest themselves almost as like foliage or like flora. I kind of like that they use it as it's almost like an organic thing. As this stuff is becoming integrated, it's sort of spitting out new versions of these enemies. I think that's again, it's something that you'd sort of, you know, you can come to that conclusion on your own, maybe not even after your first playthrough. It's not something that the game is going to necessarily tell you, which, you know, like I said before, it got criticism for that, but I like that about it. I like the cryptic sort of nature of the story.
Left ourselves open for some mystery flatbread.
You're so clever. Okay, we already checked it out. Alrighty. On we go. Gold Walk Channel. Oh, that was what he was referring to.
No queue to get in. That's a first.
Ooh, look at this.
This can't be the channel.
So we got some, we got a heavily invaded area here. Weeds are never really much of a direct problem. You just kind of have to, oh, look at that. Look at all that. Oh, we must have, oh, I see. So, so right now, if you look at, here, I'll back it up. We can take a look real quick. I can't get out of turn, but let's kill a couple of these guys. You see those kind of flashing orbs there? Whoa. See, it starts to get kind of hectic. You start adding enemies. Those flashing orbs act as bombs. They're packets. When they're impacted by an attack, they explode. See? Whoa, not. All right, let's bring him over to here and I'll show you. All right, so we're gonna actually attack that packet directly. Boom. This should leave quite a bit of damage in its wake. Didn't. See? He's regenerating there. That should take care of him, though. Maybe? Just barely. A couple more weeds to deal with. We won't even go into turn on that. Goodbye. Level up time. Cha-ching! Ooh, okay, some new ones here. So, the game introduced us to those packets, and now it's introducing us to the load function, which explodes those packets. We also have switch. I like switch. I'm going to go with that. Switch is it's considered like a hypnotic function. It changes over alliances of the enemies. They'll fight for you. What I love about switch is you can attach it to other functions, and you can set it up to where any given attack will change the alliance of an enemy. So you can hurt them and also sort of bedazzle them at the same time. Get an autosave here. So let's apply switch. Let's see what we want to apply it to. I didn't mention it before, but you see some of these nodules here have like padlocks on them. That means we haven't unlocked those particular upgrade slots yet. There's also the two on the left and right, and I'll explain those later. We haven't gotten into passive functions yet. So let's add this to Breach. And then let's immediately check it out once we get to the next enemy setup here. More questions than answers following the evacuation of the popular Cloud Bank district. So they're writing about us. The northwestern quadrant of Cloud Bank remains offline pending investigation. Authorities are downplaying any connections between their investigation and recent disappearances. Chief Inspector Walter Nees praised the work of the 18th Precinct charged with the task. Quote, "This is the most thorough procedure ever conducted on my watch," said Mr. Nees. Presently, there is no estimate for when Goldblock citizens will be able to return home. Let's comment on that.
Yeah.
Red is a realist. I think she kind of sees the writing on the wall here. I don't know if she
Out of the channel
thinks this place is even worth saving anymore.
8 blocks off. Almost there.
And yet we fight on. Alright, so we don't need to worry about that. Just a save point there. Oh, I tried to get him right before he popped out. If you can nail them before they come out of their little box there, I believe it does added damage. I'm not totally sure of that, but... Okay, so let's... Alright, since I promised, let's try out Breach with that switch function attached to it, and watch what happens to this guy. He's pink, he loves me. Let's play Ring Around the Rosie with you. And take care of you. He might get just out of range for that last one. Yep, see, just barely survived. So it's not always a given that you're going to take down an enemy, even though the game tells you what kind of damage you're going to do. This guy has lost his affection for me, so we'll kill him. He usually changes over every time you go into turn. The alliance will change back, so it's very fast-paced. Whoop. Whoop. All right. Forget the backstab. We're still on easy street with these enemies. Nothing has really, proved to be much of a challenge yet.
Just passing through.
And murdering as we go. Autosave. Press Y to inspect function. Oh yeah, so I can show you guys here. Each of these functions, you remember when I was telling you originally, the spark function we gathered from that chick that had been killed at the beginning. We got Jaunt from Mr. Moyle. You actually have some backstory to each of these. It gives an explanation of every single function and what person in society it's kind of modeled after. So Crash comes directly from Red. I won't read all this. You guys can kind of check it out. I believe they have them on the wiki for Transistor as well. I just love the art style of these. I mean, you look at how red is rendered there. Gen Z, if you ever, if your presence ever graces my channel, you did an awesome job. I really.
You've reached the hopefully not permanent address of Mr. Nobody.
So Breach, we don't have any information on him yet. So if you look down there in the bottom right, there's different levels of decryption on these subjects. Red, I keep hitting the wrong button here. Which one do I need to hit? How do I just swap between? Well, never mind. We'll go through them this way.
Lillian Platt used to run the OVC. Said she left for personal reasons.
So Lillian Platt here, she was one of the scientists in Cloud Bank. Youngest ever to be elected as chairwoman of the OVC board, whatever that is.
Preston Moyle. Guess he went out joyriding one night and never came back.
That's unfortunate.
It's Nyla. Everybody said she split after Goldwalk Channel opened up.
Cool, cool.
Nobody changed the sky like Yondale. Why
First
her?
ever sky painter, someone who took the everyday occasion of the ever-changing sky and made an art of it. She worked for the pleasure of thousands who remembered they once took the sky for granted. I'm not totally sure what that is, but it sounds really cool. When I grow up, I want to be a sky painter. So we'll take a little break here. One of the things I've noticed about Transistor 2 is I have to be on my game with recording these videos, because if I go to an autosave point, you are not allowed to go back in Transistor. It kind of locks you down like that. You're expected to just kind of keep progressing. So, full warning here, I may run into an episode where we pop up and say, recording didn't work. So I'm just randomly, 2 or 3 screens ahead. I'm going to try to avoid that, though, and keep the quality of these things up. So we will see you guys next time on GamePlaysYOU. Please join us for episode 3 of Transistor coming up.